looks like I'm alive. Cool. I need my camera up, though. Let's turn that on. There we go. Good evening. By day, I am Max Porter, the writer, editor, lore keeper, board game designer, and stream host over at City State Entertainment. You should go check it out. Check out the game Camelot Unchained that we're making. This evening, as many evenings, I am a campaign dungeon master, GM, world creator, and I am going to be doing a bit of that tonight. Let's see. Usually I start with rumors for my Blades in the Dark campaign, which is going quite well. But there are so many rumors now that the players can't quite keep up with them. So I think I'm going to give it a rest. I'm just going to get farther on the road encounters table that I am creating. And for inspiration, on these road encounters, I have been using Kassoon.com's random encounter generator, or plot hooks generator, which has been pretty fruitful. Unbeknownst to anyone, the Veil performs a test run of the first perception filter spell in a small town. Some kind of cult, I assume. Perception filters have the effect of directing attention away from the object or its bearer. So essentially, virtually unnoticeable without making them invisible. Meaning someone invisible on the road could be a reward. I'm not sure. It would certainly take, it would not be easy to find an invisible treasure. Let me think about that for a second. Something weird in the neighborhood and doesn't look good. Ghosts. I think I have one with a ghost already. I don't want to go to the ghost well too often. Let's see. And invisible. Well, the suggestion is that there's this cult or organization that causes things to be virtually unnoticeable without making them invisible. It certainly would be a challenge for the players to notice something invisible or unnoticeable. To notice something unnoticeable. How about a wide area spell causes creatures that pass through it to become invisible. Yes, I made you a mod, Karasthaina, when you first signed on. Well, if you don't want the responsibility, I can unmod you. Players notice a squirrel running across a meadow and vanishing from sight. Anyone else? The Meadow of Invisibility. Oh no, the power has gone to Karasthai in his head. Any other creature that enters the meadow also becomes invisible for 1d 100 hours. That's kind of neat. Short one, but positive, definitely beneficial, and kind of problematic. Parenthesis, are Fae involved? Seems very Fae. Alright. What else we got? Ghosts. A vampiric bard is dining on the finest artists in town. That's a really cool adventure hook. Or plot hook. But I don't think it's a road encounter. The sun set 26 hours ago. The world is in panic. The drow are invading. And only the heroes can stop them. A drow or some other creature. Yes, Karasthina hates Fae. It is known. Well-known fact. Party endlessly pursues dastardly villain who wields a bronzed hammerhead shark and bleeds shotgun shells. This sounds like a reference to an anime or something. What a weird idea. That would be good for a zany steampunk game. Or, the party sees a large band of goblins camping on the side of the road. They do not appear to be hostile. Upon closer inspection, the party sees they are surrounding a shallow goblin-sized grave. A sign sticking out of the grave has Captain scrawled on it. What about a strange, crudely carved totem stands on a hill. Closer inspection reveals it to be the extremely rough visage of a goblin. It is the grave marker of a goblin, a great goblin chieftain. I don't know how to spell chieftain. Never have. Never will. Known as... Now I need a goblin name. Now, Fantasy Name Generators, which is a wonderful website, doesn't have a very good goblin name generator. They've got lots of excellent things, but not a lot of great goblin name generators. Yeah, these are not what I'm looking for. wonder if there's a Pathfinder goblin. Yeah. Now we're talking. Bubwort is not bad. But I find that the secret is the orc. The orc name generator. Nope, that's not it either. What was it? I know you're here somewhere. Orc something? Ogre names. Maybe... I know there's a great generator for this kind of thing with titles. I'm looking for something with titles. Savage titles. Not finding what I'm looking for. Where is it? Ah, orcs and titles. Oh, it's the Dungeons and Dragons orc names. Not just regular orc. We gotta be Dungeons and Dragons orc specifically. Okay, that's what it is. See, these are fantastic. This is pure gold. Dog Chin Gouger. Lol the Ruthless. Brad the Ruthless. Hurl the Infernal. Dokrol the Simple. Mudgad Bitter Slayer. Gugrob the Swift. Guttle Hateglaive. Rurdak Slave Dagger. Rotrug the Hollow. Should I make the goblin chieftain named Brad the Ruthless? The deceased. Let's certainly get a laugh. Or maybe it's Ruthless the Brad. We'll say Brad for now, because that's too hilarious. Karasthina says, why are you even asking whether you should name the goblin chieftain Brad? Well, I don't know. It is the grave marker of a great goblin chieftain known as Brad the Ruthless. And set atop it is his feather and bone headdress. Donning it will cause nearby goblin tribes to do your bidding, at least until they tire of you. Cool. That's fun. You approach the throne made of sticks and loose garbage. On it is seated a goblin wearing a crown of popped collars. Nice, Garasthina. Do all Brads have popped collars? Is that how that works? Ooh, spies for an army. a corpse of a spy. Okay. I should do better than that. A corpse, the corpse, the corpse. The corpse, no. A corpse wearing a black cloak and a dark mask and hood lies by the side of the road, impaled by a gigantic spear. Close inspection of the body. By the way, the players almost never remember to search the bodies in the Wildlands campaign. I don't know what that means, or if I should do anything about it, because they're certainly not lacking in treasure. But it's kind of weird. It's interesting because they're very coin poor. But especially after this dungeon, they're very magic item rich. And rich in friends. Close inspection of the body reveals few identifying marks, but a map clutched in one cold gloved hand bears markings that show the position and plans of a nearby army intent on attacking another nearby city-state. I'm bolding the first phrase of all of these so that I have a quick identifying thing to look at when I scroll through it. Man, this is a long table. It's got lots of good stuff on it, though. Alright, more inspiration. A half-orc sells kittens by the roadside. Do the PCs investigate? I think we're going to lift that one whole cloth. Thank you, Roleplay Tips on Kassoon.com. Grimslag, hi there. Welcome. So glad you're coming by. Grimslag, with a new group or with several new players, possibly run an NPC or an absent player's avatar and let them hear and see you do those little things they are forgetting to do, like search each corpse fully. Well, that's the thing, Grimslag, is they've searched a couple of corpses. It's not that they've never done it. It's that they only did it on the bodies of the bugbears that they slew early in the campaign. And they found coin. So I don't know why they've never done it again. Maybe there's too many cursed items. No, they've searched several bodies. They just very rarely remember. Yeah, I could have an NPC or an absent player's avatar search. A large wooden sign. With a... I'm doing a lot of crude things. Crude. With a childlike drawing of a cat beckons travelers to a little wooden stand with a smiling half-orc named... Come, let us find a good half-orc name. Haratur. I always feel like I should go back to the... Dog Chin. Sells cats. What else we got? Musk. Brockaburr sounds dwarven to me for some reason. What else we got? Shazara. That's pretty good. Smiling half-orc named Shazura. And dozens of mewling kittens. Each can be had for a single copper piece. Single copper piece. But there are but there is a special cage with a number of very special kittens inside. They can talk. Additionally, there is a catch. Shazara, for all that she loves selling kittens to travelers, is very protective of them. Should the kittens be put into too much danger, she has trained them to escape and return to her. There we go. Hola, Game Master's Vault, and welcome. And welcome the man with no screen name. Alright, let's get some more positive road encounters. The man with no screen name. Female orc bard / rogue with an 18 plus charisma score because I need more orcs seducing dragons in my campaigns. Disturbing. Storm clouds hang heavy, and thick cold rain pounds down as it has for hours. Rats. The PCs are asked to serve as guardian to a young noble whose parents have been killed. Finding a random noble by the side of the road to escort home is a nice little pickup for possible coin, but I don't think that's particularly interesting. Oh man, I didn't know it was that serious, the man with no screen name. An escaped prisoner. Carrying a religious icon. That's a pretty interesting little one. I mean, yeah, there's only really one religious character. So it would certainly be interesting if it was an icon of Jouerk, which would probably be a wine cup, a chalice. Let's see. Ooh, a necromancer. A fire elemental. This could be some interesting roadside encounters. The dead body of a necromancer. Still wearing his bone armor and carrying his weird undead summoning gear. Undead summoning gear. Lies spread, eagled, and staked by the side of the road, and staked to the wall of a ruined building. Although, even in death, the body of one who summons the dead can whisper curses and threats. It is entirely harmless. The gems and coin on her I don't know, this is his. I don't want to change it all. On his person are worth 2d100 GP, which is quite a hefty amount in this game. That's kind of fun. You just have to be brave enough to search that body. What else we got? A goblin merchant. Actually the head of a large resistance or terrorist organization that is attempting to overthrow the ruling bodies of the setting society, so as to establish a culture in which goblins aren't second-class citizens. That could be a whole campaign. Goblin merchant is always interesting. You can trade weird stuff to goblins, and they have weird stuff. Okay, I'm getting more enthusiastic about this by the second. Oh, it's time for another goblin name, for which I use the D&D Orc Names generator on fantasynamegenerators.com. I've already used Brad the Ruthless. Oh, Dog Chin Gouger. I mean, could there be a more perfect merchant name? Dog Chin Gouger. And I feel like that should be hyphenated. Chad the Wasted, says Scarasthina. Dog Chin Gouger is a goblin who collects and sells things. This unusual merchant will take the strangest trades. He has let's see. Merchant goblin names? How about Honest John, says the man with no screen name. He has a used wagon and chariot lot on the south side of town. I like that. Used car salesman goblin, Honest John. That's good. The man with no screen name, that's good. Alright, let's go to Cassoon and get some random stuff. I think I need a chest. No, wait. That'll be for the magic items. Here we go. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. What just happened? It's playing on my formatting that I don't want. He has a ring of iron keys. Not sure if those are going to be magical or not. Skeleton keys? Maybe. At least that's potentially useful. A dead mouse. Actually, no. Just iron keys. Maybe one of them is a skeleton key. A dead mouse. An invitation to a wedding that happened a few weeks ago. Five pieces jerky. Don't ask what the jerky is made of. Okay, a spell scroll. Eyes of minute seeing. What is an eye of minute seeing? Does that help you with like search checks? Not sure. There we go. What am I doing wrong? Oh, there we go. Crystal lenses see much better than normal out to a range of 1 foot. Advantage on intelligence investigation success for line of sight while searching an area sitting object within that range. That's a really good item. I am definitely going to see that in my game because these players, nobody has like a high intelligence except for Bella, and nobody's really good at investigating, and there's a lot of investigating. Was said dead mouse a bard? Asks the man with no screen name. And the jerky is people. I don't know, maybe. 5 pieces of jerky. An eyeball that... an eyeball. What kind of creature's eyeball? An owl's eyeball, parenthesis, minute seeing. Highball is a drink, yeah. A potion of diminution. Oh, that's a fun thing for a goblin to have. It shrinks you. Alright. What would his potion be like? Like a sealed corn cob with liquid inside. A sealed corn cob with liquid inside, parenthesis, potion of diminution. Calls feather token of some kind. Everyone always drops the feather tokens and no one ever used them. I mean, they're always getting seeded and never used. Everyone always gives out the tree. Amazing. Exactly, the man with no screen name. Exactly. Maybe some fun stuff like this. A harp. What if he had like a little harp? Or a lyre? Painted gold war mask. Okay, I'm definitely putting that in. And a... what was it? Dog chin. Dogchin considers all of these to be of approximately equal value. Dogchin Gouger is a goblin who collects and sells things. God, I love that name. Dog Chin Gouger. That's so perfect. Oh, and because I just need more potions. Maybe he has this too. A loaf of bread. A loaf of bread cooked with a potion of cure wounds. What's this? 2d8 plus 8. Oh, actually, a potion of superior healing. So that would be 3d4 plus 6. Nice. Very nice. Alrighty. What else we got? A dead-end alley, a fresh corpse missing its entrails. Oh. Separatist graffiti. Oh man. I don't think I see anything for my purposes there. A sorcerer. A former enemy. A sorcerer of terrible power, hell-bent on vengeance. Well, it certainly doesn't sound like a reward. One of the town's graves has upturned in the night. The grave of a man that died through a horrible accident. But now his corpse stalks the night as a revenant and seeks out vengeance against his murderer. PCs are sent after a powerful artifact or weapon that will make their patron unstoppable. Excuse me. Probably gonna have to call it a little early tonight, because I am tired. Karasthina, if it was the Blades in the Dark campaign, vengeance would totally be a reward. You have a point there. I've been thinking about better ways of doing scores in Blades in the Dark. Something to inspire ideas during play. Because Blades in the Dark is interesting, but it's very, very hard on the Game Master, because there's very little prep that you can do. So, it's hard to come up with stuff in the moment that are twists and turns. I'm trying to think of some kind of system, maybe using cards, that could help with that. Help inspire things in the moment. Ooh, how about an exotic animal? That would certainly be a reward, especially when they're working for the menagerie. One of the mistakes I made in the Wildlands campaign was partially because a couple of players happened to be missing and we were running out of time. I had them go to this wild menagerie with full of crazy monsters, and I never described it. I never described any of the monsters. I kind of fast forwarded through that part, and it was not only an important part of the campaign, but would have been really cool. So definitely got to fix that the next time they visit Stray's traveling menagerie. A zoo. Creatures escaped, roll reward. The problem is... they're going to start acquiring pets. So it has to be a creature that they can't take care of. Because I've got 7 players, and I really don't need them all to start getting pets. And have 14 players, essentially. So what is this rare creature? A goldfish. Actually, that's not a bad... Well, how would goldfish end up there? During a brief but intense cloudburst or thunderstorm that goes rolling by, a strange creature falls and lies helpless by the road. It is a marvelous, clearly magical, well, maybe not magical, a marvelous, multicolored, magnificent fish. Great idea, the man with no screen name. Magnificent fish. Fish. It can survive, but only long enough to be carried to the nearest body of water. If that is in a town, they can sell the creature for a tidy profit. If that is a natural location, pet fish named Eric. Okay. The fish named Eric grants the party a single limited wish. I know limited wish isn't a thing in 5th edition, but it is in my game. Before swimming off happily. Swimming happily off. Oh man, 45. Let's make it through 45, and then I'm probably gonna have to cut this short. The man with no screen name. That moment when your real life experiences write somebody else's plot. Indeed. Macho sideburned elves. Kingdoms fall one after another as no one believes they exist. That is at once creepy and incredibly silly. A squad of soldiers and guards leave the road and let the guard party pass. Prisoner. That would certainly be an interesting one, actually. I should have copied that one. I liked that one. It wasn't so much a positive road encounter necessarily, but it would certainly lead to a fight because the Tiefling Equitus player in this campaign is very, very sensitive to freedom and etc. A circle of stones or toadstools sits in the wilderness. If the party stays there overnight, they are confronted by a band of fae who may or may not be hostile. Gods help them if they sleep inside the circle, though. It's Oi Gewalt. Not Gewalt. Oi Gewalt. Less is moil, as they say. I do like the Circle of Stones idea. What benefits could that provide? Yiddish is admittedly a third language. Right on, the man with no screen name. Right on. I like a circle of stones, but what's it do? I don't love the sleeping in it, band of fae. Band of friendly fae, potentially interesting, but I don't know. Boy, this is dark. A group of kids plays on a gallows. One has put a rope around his neck, pantomiming being strangled, and it looks like another is sneaking up to kick him into the hole. Jeez. That is a really dark plot hook. A circle of stones beckons those who pass to rest or meditate within their strangely peaceful circumference. If anyone does, what should they get? They get +1 hit dice permanently. Nice. It's kind of a little side thing. Should I associate it with one of the deities? I think I should. Yes, permanently, Grimslag. Why not? Hit dice in this game aren't like HP upgrades. They are healing that you get when you rest and can be spent in other ways. What god should this be associated with? I think I'm just gonna pick one. A feastie. The feastie's blessing will help to heal them, and also mark them to any clerics that worship her. Cool. I made it to 45. Pretty tired. Pretty tired right now. Finding a ransom is a good way to get involved in a story. A bag of gold and gems has been left at a crossroads with no guard or apparent protections. As the PCs investigate, they notice the band of brigands coming down the left-hand path. Well, I don't want to say left-hand. Coming down the path. Weapons at the ready. They have come to collect the ransom for a local noble's daughter. Or a princess. For a local noble's prize. Something more interesting than that. There should be a note, please return my daughter. Oh, good point. Pinned to the top of the bag is a note that reads, please return my... I just don't want to make it, you know, somebody's daughter. Could be a cow, a prize cow. Just feel like daughter is kind of cliched, but maybe it works. Maybe it works. They have come to collect the ransom. They do not have the young woman in question with them. She is back at the hideout. I'll leave that open-ended. Maybe she's become one of the bandits. The brigands are led by the parent's daughter who has gone rogue. She is back at the hideout. She could lead them. Actually, yeah, she could lead them. That's a good idea, Grimslag. In the midst of their group, this is like something that really happened, isn't it? Is the young woman herself, one Patty Hurst. Maybe she's an orc. Zam the Mad. Huz the Ugly. Bon Key Ankle Dissector. Okay, that's funny. Ankle Dissector. I like Storm Ripper because it sounds like a... It's so emo. Domdak. Storm Ripper. An orcish girl of prodigious size and strength. She has turned against her father. And now it'll be like a real name. Jan the Worthless. Yes. Grimslag suggests she's a cute, frail human like Arya, who has somehow become the leader of a bunch of goblin brigands. Oh, that's interesting. A tiny girl with a wicked grin. I know somebody like that. She has turned against her father, Jan the Worthless. Band of goblin brigands. And become the leader of the goblin brigands overnight. She wants to collect the ransom and for herself and rule as a goblin queen. Heck yes. All right. I think that's it for tonight. I am really getting tired and slowing down. So, until next time, thank you folks for joining me. I had fun doing this. I'm going to keep doing it. Take care, and I'll see you around. Good night, folks. Thanks again.